Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello students, welcome to the Swayam Prabha channel. I'm your mentor Dr. Abhishek Kumar and we are going to learn about the course Graphic Design and the Visual Images. So this one course has been planned and designed for the learners who are a very newcomer or a newbie in this one field. So I'm trying to cover this one course from the starting fundamentals to intermediate stage. End of the day, after completion of this one course, you may able to design your own book cover. You are able to design the pamphlets, design banner, poster, tabloid. You are able to design a very good graphical element for your presentation purpose, right? So let's start 101 about the classes. So today specifically we are going to talk with you about the principle and theory of design and graphics, right? So before let us discuss about the principle and theory of design and graphics. First of all, we should know about the fundamental concept of graphics as well as fundamental concept of design, right? So first of all, let us discuss what is exactly graphics. What kind of graphics are utilizing for creation of picture element in a 2D form and a 3D form, right? So let us start. So what is exactly computer graphics? So computer graphics is a branch of computer science and engineering where we work with a computer generated images using the applications. So what we are going to describe with you right now, whatever things you are creating in an image form with the help of software, either using paint application in your computer or you are using Adobe Photoshop over there in your computer, you are making some images over there. So any kind of images, either that would be the human face, either that would be a painting, either that would be a drawing, this all could be a part of computer graphics. Like here you can see this is one of the example of 3D computer graphics. There this is a computer graphics. This is some mechanical kind of shape over there, example of computer graphics. So now let us discuss about the element and the design provided a framework for the problem solving in the design process. So exactly if you're talking about the computer graphics and the design, we can divide into the three component, right, to create an environment. What they are? First is the form, second is the texture, right? So first is the form, second is the texture, then we have our colors, right? So we are creating any kind of images here. So these are the made up with help of what? Form, textures and colors, right? So here you can say same form, same pattern is going to be repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So these are a boxes type of layout has been get created over here, right? So this is a making one pattern. The same you can see this is a conical design has been multiple time repeated and there is some design sketches over there. This is called a texture, right? And here these are the colors used over there. So these are the three basic like components whenever you are creating any environment. What are them? Form, texture and last one is the color. So first of all, let us discuss about the form. What is exactly form? So form having height, width and depth, right? It encompasses the spatial definitions of a things that is extend into the 1 dimension or the 2 dimension or the 3 dimension. In a short form, we can say the 1D, 2D and the 3D. In mathematicals, sometime if you are demonstrating or drawing any object, we are creating points, line, plane, right? And specifically if we are talking about the design with respect to form, again we are going to use the line, shape and volume, right? So these are a part of forms over there. Form could be get defined by space, their contrast, right, their composition. For example, what could be the several part of form? It could be into the 3D form, 3-dimensional. Second, it could be into the organic form. Then it could be the geometric form. Then we can go with a dominant form also, right? Then subtle form, then tactile form, then solid, then fluid also. It could be fluid kind of liquid form also could be happen for any particular like form over there. then graceful, then irregular also, then textured, natural, then manufactured, and last one is the sculpted here, right? So these are a part of form. Quickly let us recap: 3D, organic, geometric, dominant, subtle, tactile, solid, fluids, graceful, irregular, textured, natural, manufactured, and last one is the sculpted. So we can divide any form into this different sub-segment with respect to their contrast, visual representation, and the composition, right? Next, if you're talking about the design, then definitely we should clearly understand about the principle of design, right? So what is the first principle of design? It is a contrast, right? So usually several times we are watching about the contrast in our television also. We having one parameter, what? Brightness, brightness, right? Second parameter is what? Contrast. So now let us discuss about the contrast. What is exactly contrast? So it refers how different elements are in a design, particularly adjacent element. Insufficient contrast can make text content particularly very difficult to read, especially for a visual impairment people. So definitely in a short form, if you're talking about the contrast help you to check out, or contrast help you to give a best sharp on visual representation of your any form, right? So first is the contrast. So there you can see one example. Here is the background is a white, yellow color, right? Background is yellow color, so that's why we had used the black color of text over there. If we are using white color of text over there, what will happen? Definitely it would be the harder to read, right? So whenever you are using contrast parameter, contrast patterns over there, usually vice versa, we are using a darker color and lighter color of combinations, right? So this is a meaning of contrast. Now second is what? Balance, right? So if you talk about the balance, then what is exactly balance? Okay, so balance are a two symmetric basic type, right? And it could be asymmetrical or it could be the symmetrical, right? Equal weight on either right side and the left side. Imaginary should be a center line, right? So here we can check out one of the example. This is a one of example of balancing. So here one of the visual representations of the object. With respect to that object, there are some text has been get mentioned over there, right? So this is a balanced form over there. Somehow we are using 70% data element with respect to the text. We are giving more than 35%, 65 and 35 ratio we had to put it over there, images. So this could be one example of balancing. Then our scene should be balanced, right? So if you are making a canvas over there, left hand side and right hand side would be get divided into two parts. That's why here we had a mention, one is the symmetrical and second is the asymmetrical, right? So when we are talking about the symmetrical, then your center line would be exactly in between, right? So this is a mean of balance. Now if you are talking about the emphasis, so what is the emphasis? It deals with a part of design that are meant to stand out. In most cases, this meant the most important information to design meant to convey. Emphasis could also be used for the reduce the impact of certain information. Let us go with one example. So here you can check out the emphasis. So here is the background having one photograph, right, where students are learning. So this is one of the look of the website screenshot. Here some of the home button, menu button, their contact, their details over there. But clearly what you are able to watch over there, the build something, this one text information is clearly visible. Rest data is not more impactful. So this is one of the example of emphasis, right? So you can easily understand about the emphasis. Now moving to the next about the proportion, right? Proportion also plays a really very vital role whenever you are designing any like a layout or any artwork. So like here you can check out, proportion is one of the easiest design principle to understand. Larger element should be larger and the more important element should be like that should be the closer to your object, closer to your camera also, right? And the smaller element less visible over there, less important over there, right? So this is a means of proportion over there. We are moving to next, fifth. So fifth is what here? So hierarchy. So whenever we are talking about the hierarchy, each and every time when we are making some graphical layout over there, like this could be the main area, like main content, title content, then these are the sub content, side elements are here. So what are these? In term of hierarchy, it is another principle of design that directly relates how well content can be processed by the people using website, right? So commonly whenever you are watching any website, maybe if you have to give any support or help desk, commonly if you are giving support and help desk in this one area, it literally really very hard to get type the element over there, and that will not give you a good visual representation also. So commonly you can see the chat box would be in this one area only, right? So that will easily able to type your query, type your questions over there, right? So this is something example of hierarchy. Now moving on next about the repetition. That means the same pattern you are repeating to the several times. Like here you can check out, this is one of the box pattern we are repeating several times. And what are the taglines here? We build a brand for a digital world, right? So this is a main tagline. This is some of the sub details is available over there. So this is a repetition. So what I had mentioned over there, it is a great way to reinforcement of an idea. It's also a great way to unify a design that bring together a lot of different elements, right? So this is one of the very good example of repetitions where you can check out this one. Box blocks are repeated several times to create a very good impactful layout over there, right? So next is what? Rhythm. So what is exactly rhythm? It spaces between the repeating element that cause sense of rhythm, right? So here you can check out, maybe there are some different kind of irregular shapes over there, right? But they are making some pattern over there, different kind of colorful pattern. It's also making some of the musical composition kind of thing, or maybe you have him play with some of the website and you have to make a kids play school website over there. Then definitely for play school, if we are using very vibrant color over there, that makes a really very good result. So these are something related to the rhythm, right? Now moving on next about the pattern, right? So earlier also in a previous slide I had discussed about your pattern, same kind of blocks pattern is over there in that building, and that's giving a really very beautiful look, a new way of architecture also, right? Here you can check out a pattern. So exactly, it is exactly what? The repetitions of multiple design elements working together, right? So the same here we can check out, this is a website of one of the fashion designing websites over there, clothing website, right? E-commerce website. So this is a front view of the clothing and this is the back view of the clothing over there, right? So this is a one pattern. So where we are keeping like a front view, back view, here we can subdivide this into the three part also. So this is a front, this is a back, and here would be the 3/4 also. So these are some of the examples of pattern creation with respect to the design, right? Moving on next about the white spaces. White spaces exactly what? For example, if you are making any pattern, any layout, any design, specifically if you have to highlight particularly logo or particularly element over there, right? Then usually we are keeping background lighter color, white color over there. So for example, here you can check out the logo of FedEx Corporation. So easily we can read over there, okay, so this is pattern, this is logo belongs to FedEx Corporations. If in a background we are keeping colorful like a patterns over there, that would be really very hard to read about the FedEx Corporations logo. So this is one of the example of white space. Moving on next about the movement. For example, here you can check out, this is one of the images only, there is no any animation, but still you can check out, okay, it's looking like okay, 1 2 3, maybe this would be giving one of the forward directions, animation could be over there. So this is somehow refer to the way of eye travel over the design, right? So definitely if we are giving mentioning 1 2 3, then first of all let us look this one, then this one, then this one, right? Last we will go with this one area and then textual area, right? So this is one of the example of layout of design with respect to the movement over there. Next is what? Variety, right? So here you can check out a random patterns we had utilized over there in this one image. So same thing you can check out, to create a visual interest. Without variety, a design can become monotonous and cause more lose over the interest. So definitely if you have to gain your audience, like controlling over there. If you're looking, your audience should be like hold on your website, definitely your website should be beautiful, then only they would love to watch your website. Very simple, like here you can check out, I had to use a blue color of background, and over we had a working with the two colors, majorly white and black. If we are using red color, green color, blue color, cyan color, definitely somehow this one presentation, PPT presentation would be not much attractive, and it's a really very harder to read also over there, right? So sometimes we are using the varieties also in our design. Next is what? Unity. Unity refer to what? How well your element of design working together, right? So here you can check out, this is a one of the like a monotonous color of blue color we had utilized, and these are the some of the menu with respect to the website, and finally the result has been get produced, right? So these are by default commonly used 12 basic principle we can use in 3D design. Let us go with like bottom to top: unity, variety, moment, then white space, then we can go with the pattern, then rhythm, repetition, hierarchy, then we can go back with the proportion, emphasis, balance, and contrast. So these are the 12 principle commonly you can use for design layout your website, your artwork into the best way. Now moving to the next, character design, right? Whenever you are working on, whenever you are watching any movies, either that would be the live action movie or that would be the cartoon movie. Definitely maximum all of you had watched the Tom and Jerry cartoon. Till a lot of cartoon sequence has been came out onto the television. But what the interest we enjoy after watching Tom and Jerry, that kind of interest we can't ever feel with the other cartoons over there. Why? Because the character representation, the animation, fantastic they had used over there. So here we are having some of the design of characters, like here this is a Mary Jane Watson, then second is the Gwen Stacy, then Harry, then Spider-Man and the Peter Parker, then John and Jamesons, then Kurt Connors and the Eddie Brock. So these are some of the character design. So what is exactly character design? In character design, it is among the most popular and most important aspect whenever you are creating animated film. Why? Because end of the day, when you are making one animated film, your film move around your characters only. Then if your character would be not powerful, not beautiful, not attractive, not cheerful, right, with respect to your story, definitely the appeal of your movie, impact of your movie would be not much better, right? So we should give a lot of time to character design. Even we having a specific job also for character designing only. So they, as an artist, as a designer, as an you can say the creative people, they are only working with a character designing. Like you can go with a movie Avatar over there. So in Avatar, what happened? Definitely you may have seen a new color, a blue color of character over there. So that is somehow not exist into the real world. But definitely if that blue color of character you are watching in a television or a poster or anywhere, easily you can get rectified. This one a character from the Avatar movie, right? So character design play a really very important role. So what types could be the character design, right? So it could be like we can segment it in a first cartoon character, second it could be what fantasy character, and third could be what the realistic character. So see, this could be the example of cartoon character, right? So cartoon, if you're talking about the fantasy character, let us see, this is like a fantasy character, right? And if you are talking about the realistic character, definitely somehow it's looking like a human only, realistic character look and feel. And last one is what? Anthropomorphic character. So this is an example of anthropomorphic character over there. So we can divide our character design into the 4 major part, right? We can divide into the 4 major segment: cartoon, fantasy, realistic, and anthropomorphic characters. Fine. So moving on next. Now, if we are talking about the design element, definitely character design could be the one job oriented prospect could be for you. Second is what? Website design. As a computer science people or as an artist, it's a really very common need right now for each and every business, website design. And if your website design would be not appropriate, not good, definitely the traffic of your audience would be not come over there. Right now, if you're talking about the website designs, specifically UX and UX design has a playing playing a really very big role to creating your website design more responsive and effective over there. Like here you can check out what we had a mention, like the internet provide equal access to its user, whether you are a small business or a group of 100, 1000, 1 lakh small ventures. Top body. End of the day, if you have to make your brand into the bigger way, more approachable, more connectable, you should have a website to get connect with the worldwide people, right? So here you can check out, these are benefits of website. What you can go with a many readers with a one click, right? So this is a fundamental, some of the layout of the website design examples. Now coming to the web, what is exactly web? Right? So if you're talking about the web, like web is a whole bunch of interconnected computers, things into one other, right? Phone line, digital satellite signal, cable, other type of data transfer machine, these all are usually connected on a web. So World Wide Web system is interlinked with the hypertext document access with the internet by the users, right? So whenever we are creating one website, definitely we should go with a www at initial, like dot over there, then your website name.com, right? Your website .com. Fine. So this is a common one of the layout of website URL defining, right? So www, that's a World Wide Web full form. Now here you can check out, this is one of user firing one data, so automatically a receiver is going from the world, right? Now moving to the next, why we have to make a website. Like I tell you earlier also, a website is helping you for specifically business purpose, your portfolio purpose, right? You can make the website for discuss or the share the element or the moment with respect to the holiday, right? So some like a travel website could be over there to share the photo, to express your opinion about what things is going on, to promote business project, to facilitate the activity of your group or club, to career building showcase. So this could be some of the common utilizations of purpose for creating your own website, right? So even right now we having a social websites also, simply we are going to uploading the content over there, and that is also website only, na? Facebook is also a website, Twitter is also a website where we are posting our comment and automatically that comment is going to worldwide, right? So now coming to the website type, so there could be two type of website. First is what? Static website, and second is what? Database driven website. And sometime we can say the static, and second is what? DYNAMIC website also, right? So now let us discuss about something about the discussion data driven website also, right? So whenever you are talking about the static website, definitely you may making one home page. For example, you are making one website with respect to maybe you are going to open one of the website your portfolio only, but commonly portfolio is not every day is going to be upgrade. At least portfolio upgradation required 1 week time, 2 week time. So you had something upgraded yourself, then you can also post the details over there. So somehow such kind of post you can create with a static website. But for example, if you have to create one e-commerce website, so in an e-commerce website definitely there would be a lot of data over there. So for that data we should need to create a database server over there, interchange linking between the both over there, right? And every day you have to get update the website contents over there. Fine. So static versus data driven website is what? So here you can check out what is a static website. It contain like a freeze picture, like text, video, picture itself, right? And usually it's a not doesn't change over time frequently, right? FREQUENTLY, right? Maybe you have to update this one database, this one information after 6 months, right? After 1 year. Then second is what? Database driven website. So database driven website is what exactly? Where web page contents are regularly required the changes, maybe like internet booking, ticket, catering, tourism, railway inquiry. These are something everyday changing. So for creation of such kind of database, creation of such kind of design and layout, you should have a creator database driven website, right? Now coming to the interactive multimedia tools for design. Whenever you are working for like a website design or graphic layout design, either you are working for book layout design, you need some tools over there, right? You need some software over there. With respect to that software only, you can interact, you can put your input to your computer, and with the help of pen, tablet, mouse, yeah, you can make your own artwork. So most commonly interactive multimedia tool of design is used Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator and XD. One more applications with us commonly, that is a Corel Draw, but somehow Corel Draw is not dedicatedly uses specifically for a big film purpose. If you are using that database for a book cover designing, usually we are using Corel Draw application for making big size hoarding 20 by 20, 40 by 40, then we are using commonly Corel Draw, right? Or Illustrator somehow also. Why? Because Corel Draw and Illustrator, these both are vector based graphics images. Now the question is here, what is the vector, right? VCTOR, and second graphics is what? I'm just writing here raster, RASTER, right? So if you're talking about the Photoshop, this one belongs to the raster graphics. If you're talking about the Illustrator or the Corel Draw, this one belongs to the vector graphics. So now what is the vector graphics, what is the raster graphics? So commonly if you're talking about the vector graphics are made up with the help of mathematical tools and element lines like shapes over there. So when you are going to extend, right, whenever you are going to zoom, the vector graphics would be never get pixelated, right? Vector graphics would be never get pixelated, but when you work with a raster graphics and when you enlarge more, that would be pixelated means what? Burst over there, the quality of picture would be totally damaged over there, right? So in a Photoshop we are working with the pixels. So raster image is a pixel based image, but if you're talking about the vector images, these are the base with the help of mathematical information, points and lines only. So when you are scaling a lot, 20 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet, even your picture quality is not going to be demolished or the deconstruct over there, right? But whenever you are working with Photoshop, commonly we are using Photoshop for what? Like a mid-level size of printing purpose only, right? If you are want to make a hoarding banner, then again you need to go with the Illustrator or Corel Draw, right? So same thing here we had a mention like what? Photoshop is a popular web design tool also if you have to do the layout, right? So layout is a very important thing. So for layout purpose, first of all, you can go use the Adobe Photoshop integration of XD, right? So if you are a mixing board tool, easily you can make a really very interesting website. And even right now we having some of the tools and techniques also in Adobe Photoshop only. So we can create a HTML, CSS like integrated website without going to the specific coding. Whatever we are doing into the Adobe Photoshop, automatically they are going to write the code over there, and end of the day you can simply create .htm or HTML website with the help of Adobe Photoshop only. But we having some limitations. Definitely if you are looking for more result, more execution, more quality, you have to use the specific tool. Like for example, for extended versions of website design and integration, or the you can say development, you can use the one more application that called the Dreamweaver. Fine. So these are some of the application we can use for interactive multimedia tool designs and their integration. Fine. One more application, for example, if you have to do animation, right? For animation, commonly what we are using, right? Sometime like right now I'm presenting the content with the help of PPT, right? So in a PPT also we can add the animation, but specifically if you are going to make a website design, interactive website design, then we can use the Adobe Micromedia Flash. It's an older name. Now the name has been get changed to Adobe Animate. So we can utilize these applications for interactive, very beautiful animation oriented like multimedia interactive tool based website, right? So these are some of the interactive software which you can utilize for designing purpose. Hope the things would be now clear. Now easily, now your fundamental skill, what are the design basics principle, what are the vector graphics, what are the raster graphics, why we have to use the vector graphics, where we can use the raster graphics, it would be likely clear, right? So if any query, any further issue over there, definitely we having one of the tech support also, so you can go ahead with the tech support at dts.ac.in. We will try to help you at backend also. So hope Now the fundamental, this one, a first module of a principle and theory of design and graphics would be easily understandable for all of you. Have a good day, dear. See you soon on your next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. I'm your mentor, Dr. Abhishek, and again I will get discuss about the next module, that is about the layout, concept and types. Bye bye, dear. Take care.